Hey guys, it's Carnage6 and I'm back again with another review. This time I'm bringing you the Megahouse Dimension of Dragonball Goku figure. Now, a lot of people have reviewed this figure, and to be honest with you, I was planning on getting this figure, but not for a while. I wasn't planning on getting this whole line actually for a while, but the accessories that came included with this figure actually pushed me over the edge, and I will talk about that later in the review. But let's start off by talking about the packaging. Now, it is very nice looking, very collector friendly. It looks very awesome, really. The cool thing about it is that it does have a little magnetic flap here. Well, the flap is held by a magnet. And when you open it up, you can see the figure and all of his accessories inside. Now, well, over here you can't really see it, but it just shows some of the, again, the accessories. Anyway, normally I'd say there's nothing really wrong with this package, but I do have a complaint, and that is it's kind of a classic example of over-packaging. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but this Goku figure is set very far back in the box. There's a lot of empty space up here. I don't know why they did that. I mean, you can see on the bottom there's, I don't know if you can actually, there's a stand here, and that takes up most of the space. But to be honest with you, they could have just placed the stand in the back of the figure, and that would have saved a lot of space. I'll show you. Like, see, here's the side of the box. Now, if you took out the stand and moved to the back, you could have cut like half the box space in half, so it wouldn't have taken up that much extra room on a shelf. I can see what they were going for in that they wanted to show a nice high-class kind of package, but especially if you're concerned about environmental problems like overpackaging, this can be an issue for you. I just think it doesn't look good myself, that it's the figure set so far back and there's all this empty space like for no reason. Again, that's the only reason I have to complain about this package, but I usually don't have a complaint about packaging, so I thought I would bring it up just for the heck of it. Yeah, this could have been, if you're a minted box collector, this could have been like halved. The size could have been like in half, and it would have been better to display, because even if you're a box collector, you need, one thing you don't have is space a lot of the time, so that would have helped a little bit. Anyway, here's the back of the box, and again, it just shows you what it comes with, basically. So let's quit delaying and take this guy out of the package and see if he is as cool as I think he is. And now here we have the Goku figure out of the box, and I do have to say he does look amazing. As I mentioned before, I've kind of avoided this line in the past. It's not that I didn't want to collect it, I did, but I was going to kind of wait till a little bit later to start collecting them. But something about this figure struck me, and I just had to buy it right away. I will get to that in a little bit. But first off, I will start off by telling you a little bit about it. Now, this figure is basically a statue. There's a little bit of articulation, which I will get to in a minute, but as you can see, it is a statue, and it comes with a base. Now, the unique thing about these figures is that all their clothing is cloth. It's real cloth. So you not only get the statue, but you kind of get, a little bit of extra added realism and detail. Now, previous releases of these figures have gotten some criticism from fans in that, especially the first release, which was a Super Saiyan Goku figure. Now, they said that the clothing was too baggy and unrealistic. I think that they are starting to solve that problem, and I don't really see that problem in my Goku figure particularly. I think it looks pretty good. But again, that is one criticism that some fans have leveled against this line of figures. In the upcoming months, we are going to see different figures in this line, including a Broly and a Frieza, and I don't know how Frieza fits in this line because he doesn't really have any cloth outfit. He's pretty much just an alien, so how they're going to pull that off, I don't really know, but it'll be interesting to see. Now, as you can see as we zoom in close, the details of the face sculpt are really awesome. I really, really like it. And as I said before, there is a bit of articulation. Unfortunately, the arms do not move, and neither do the feet, but his head does feature some articulation because it is on a ball joint. And see, you can turn it. left and right. You can pivot it up and down a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. So you can get various different poses that way. So at least they offered some kind of posing options. Now, strangely enough, the only other bit of articulation this figure has, if you can call it that, is on his belt. It actually has wires in it, so you can like bend it and pose it whatever way you want. You can make it look like it's blowing in the wind, or whatever, just to suit your needs. Whatever pose or look you think would be good for this Goku figure, you can do. And here's just a quick shot of the back of the figure where you can see he has a detailed symbol. And you can see the Velcro where you can take his clothes off if you want to do that for some reason. Just one more thing I wanted to mention, and that is that you can take his outfit off. I am not going to do it. There's other reviewers who have done it. So if you want to see that, you can take a look at those. All he's wearing underneath is his blue undershirt, and he's also actually wearing boxer shorts, which is kind of weird because I didn't know he wore boxer shorts. But hey, if you want to know what kind of underwear Goku had, now you do. The other thing is that to take the clothing off, you can actually pop his arms off, which makes it a little bit easier. Now, it would have been cool, and I'm sure they're going to do this later on, but they didn't do it with this figure, is if this figure had interchangeable arms with different poses. Again, this figure does not have that, but I'm sure they will be doing that, as I said, in the future. Now I'm going to show you the main reason I bought this figure, and it is not the reason that most people would suspect. Now, I'm going to be very honest and say that with action figures and Dragon Ball figures in general, I'm pretty much sick of Goku. Like, I don't want to see any more Goku figures. That being said, this one is a really awesome and well sculpted one, so if you like Goku, then you definitely want to pick it up, but I'm kind of burned out on Goku. He's way overproduced. Every figure line that they start, they've got to have a Goku figure, when I think there are a lot more obscure figures that are not only underrepresented when it comes to figures, but some have never even had figures. So why do we constantly have the same figures made again and again, same characters again and again, instead of something different? But again, Goku is the star of the show. Obviously, he's going to have the most figures. I'm over it. It's okay. Now, the main draw of this is the fact that you can change his head. And first off, I'm going to show you that he does come with two different expressions. You get this expression, and then if you want to change it, you can change it to a more happy one. You just pull off his face, and you get the alternate, more happy face. If I can get it on there. And just snap that on. If I can get it on, I think I got it on. Did I get it on? Yes, I did. So now you have more happy Goku. That doesn't look right. There we go. As you can see, you can have either angry or serious Goku and happy, playful Goku. So that's great, again, for your posing options. But that is not the reason why I bought the figure. And the real reason I bought the figure is for the alternate head he comes with, which is, in my opinion, genius. I don't know why other companies have not thought of this before, but it definitely pushed me into, from wanting to wait to buy this figure to buying it as soon as it came out, and that is this alternate head. Now, if you don't know a lot about Dragon Ball, you're going to say, well, what the heck, why did this head, push you into buying this figure? It's just Goku with a scouter, but no, it is not. If you know the Dragon Ball series, you'll know that this is the evil Goku, when a character named Ginyu actually possessed him. And the fact that this company chose to include this as an accessory was amazing. I mean, again, I am sick of all the Goku figures that we've been given, but it's very rare that we ever get an evil Goku figure, and this one just looks fantastic. So basically this is like two characters in one. Not only do you get a normal Goku figure, but you get the evil Ginyu possessed Goku. And this is honestly my preferred way that I will display him. I could care less about another Goku figure, but an evil Ginyu Goku figure, that is right up my alley, and definitely the way that this figure will stay in my collection. Oh, also in case you're wondering, you cannot, or at least I haven't been able to, remove this face and put like the calmer face in there. I think this alternate head is just that, an alternate head, and you can't change the faces on it. But if someone's figured out how to do it, let me know in the comments below. And now it's time for a size comparison. This figure without the stand stands at about 8.5 inches tall. So as you can see from the Jax figure on the right, which is very small, and the DXF Super Saiyan 3 Goku figure on the left, yeah, you're going to have a tough time fitting this figure in with other lines. But hey, if you collect the Dimension of Dragonball figures from Megahouse, then you can display them all together, which is what I plan to do. Alright guys, so that's about it for my review of the Megahouse Dimension of Dragon Ball Son Goku figure. As I said, I really enjoy this figure, and not for the fact that he's a Goku figure, but the fact that he comes with this alternate head that turns him into the ultra badass looking figure of the Ginyu possessed evil Goku. This is the way I'm going to have him displayed in my collection, and judging him as an evil Goku figure, I think this figure is top notch. Again, if you just want him because he's an awesome Goku figure, that's great, but at least you have the option of different expressions and displaying him as his evil version. Now I do really like the fact that they mix the plastic statue with the cloth outfit. I do think they have a little bit of a ways to go to get it to look perfect, but this definitely isn't as bad as the previous Super Saiyan Goku figure, and it does look really amazing in my opinion. The only other complaint I had was maybe it should have come with alternate arms so you could have a bit of more variety in posing him, and again, I thought the packaging was a little bit too excessive in the amount of wasted space. I mean, you could have put a couple extra arms in there if you're going to have all the extra space in there, right? But hey, anyway, again, I think this figure is really awesome. I really like all the Dimension of Dragon Ball figures, and I will eventually get them all. My next purchase that I'm going to buy right away is the Broly in this line, because it's probably coming out in a few months. So anyway, guys, I really highly recommend this figure if you're a Goku fan, if you are an evil Goku fan, and if you're a fan of high-quality, unique Dragon Ball figures. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, post them in the comments below. And until next time, I'll see ya.